All right. I went Friday and had my eyes examined. You may have noticed last week that I couldn't find where I was at, couldn't see. So today I don't have new glasses, but I was smart enough to write in larger letters. And I don't have that much anyways. There we go. All right. Our scripture today is in Matthew chapter 25, verses 14 through 30. Matthew 25, 14 through 30. Again, it will be like a man going on a journey who called his servants and entrusted his wealth to them. To one he gave 5 bags of gold, to another 2 bags, and to another 1 bag, each according to his ability. Then he went on his journey. The man who had received 5 bags of gold went out at once and put his money to work and gained 5 bags more. So also the one with 2 bags of gold gained 2 more. But the man who had received 1 bag went off, dug a hole in the ground, and hid his master's money. After a long time, the master of those servants returned and settled accounts with them. The man who had received 5 bags of gold brought the other 5. Master, he said, you entrusted me with 5 bags of gold. See, I have gained 5 more. His master replied, well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful with a few things. I will put you in charge of many things. Come and share your master's happiness. The man with 2 bags of gold also came. Master, he said, you entrusted me with 2 bags of gold. See, I have gained 2 more. His master replied, well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful with a few things. I will put you in charge of many things. Come and share your master's happiness. Then the man who had received 1 bag of gold came. Master, he said, I knew that you are a hard man, harvesting where you have not sown and gathering where you have not scattered seed. So I was afraid and went out and hid your gold in the ground. See, here is what belongs to you. His master replied, you wicked, lazy servant. So you knew that I harvested where I have not sown and gathered where I have not scattered seed. Well, then you should have put my money on deposit with the bankers so that when I returned, I could have received it back with interest. So take the bag of gold from him and give it to the one who has 10 bags. For whoever has will be given more, and they will have an abundance. Whoever does not have, even what they have will be taken from them. Throw that worthless servant outside into the darkness, where there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. What do you think about that? We thought once we were born again, once we were saved, that everything was okay. The master here, he divided the money up according to their ability. And no one received more or less than they could handle. You know that? We want a lot of gifts of the Spirit, but sometimes we don't realize we can't handle it, or we won't use them. You know, so maybe that's why. Uh, if he failed here in his assignment, his excuse could not be that he was overwhelmed. No. So that's great. Failure could come only from laziness or hatred of the master. That's all it was. The talents or bags of gold represent any kind of resource we are given. God gives us time, gifts, and other resources according to our abilities. We are responsible to use well what God has given us. What God has given us, we are responsible for using it well. Not wasting it, not burying it in the ground, not ever speaking up, not ever doing whatever we've been called or been given to do. The issue is not how much we have, but how well we use what we are given. It's not what we have, it's not how much. We like to think it is. If I had what they had, I could do all this. If I had those gifts, man, I would be something else. Well, 46 years ago, I figured out that I was not going to be the next Billy Graham. He was talented. He had more talents than I did. I didn't have much, but I had to use what I have, what I've been given. I have to use it to the best of my ability. That's what you need to realize. You use what you have to the best of your ability. Some of you need to come onto the altar. Anybody jump? It's probably pretty scared. So just come. If you want to come on up, just come on up now. All right. But that's it. It's not how much I have, it's how well I use what I have. Same with you. Sure, we'd like to have a lot of gifts. We'd like to have a lot of resources. I'd like to be the best speaker that there are around, but I'm not. But I can use what I've got. I can use what I've got. So that's what it's about, isn't it? The person who has no heart for the work of the kingdom will be punished. Well, we thought we were saved and now we were avoiding that. No, every person will face the judgment, not the great white throne. That's where the unbelievers go. But we will face judgment by Jesus Christ. And we will be judged by what we have done, our works. Now, we can't work our way into heaven, but we're not saved because of works. We are saved to work. I don't want you to get confused at thinking you can work your way into heaven because I didn't say something wrong. Those who bear no fruit for God's kingdom cannot expect to be treated the same as those who are faithful. You know that? We don't think of that, do we? We always thought if I just make it through the gate, everything will be fine. But before the gate, I'm going to be judged. I don't really understand exactly what's going to happen to us. I don't think we're going to be barred from heaven, but I don't think we're going to have the position or the ability to do things just like these here. One was put in charge of a lot. One was put in charge of other things. And one, what he thought he had was taken away because he never used it. There are a lot of people in our churches that are not using their gifts. I believe it's something like 80 something percent of members of our churches don't even know what spiritual gift they have. They've never took the time to research and pray and find out what is my gift? What do I have? I spoke at a Celebrate Recovery meeting not too long ago, and the preacher there at that church paid me one of the best compliments I ever got. After it was over, he came up to me, and I didn't know what he was going to say. He said, "You have a gift." Well, okay. He said, "I've never seen anybody that could incorporate humor into their sermon like you can, and you can have people relaxed, and then before they know it, you've jerked them right back in. You know, you've got them back. You've got them going, but you relaxed. They were relaxed." So, I mean, that's just the way it is, isn't it? We're going to be judged. We're going to be punished if we don't do anything. It's not going to be punishment in hell. It's not going to be everlasting fire, but it's going to be a punishment. And we are expected to avoid that. Jesus gives us everything we need to live a Christian life. Everything. And I hope you're not one of the ones who says, well, I was just born this way. Okay? But when you were born again, all things were made new. I agree, you were born with a sinful spirit. All of us were. But when we're born again, He makes all of us new. Not just a little part, but all of us. Yes, we have to deal with our temptations the rest of our life. I, for one, would have really liked it if He'd have just took everything away. I didn't have to deal with that anymore. But that's not the way it is. And we have this tendency to make an excuse of, well, no one's perfect. No one's perfect. That makes us feel better, don't it? I'm not standing out here by myself. There's going to be some others punished with me. That always makes you feel better to have somebody along with you, so that you don't just bear the brunt of the punishment when you get caught. Or that's the way it was when I was a kid. I like to have other people with me so they'd get caught too if we got caught. So it helps, but it's no excuse. Might help our feelings. Let me tell you about being punished when we go before that judgment. I may be worse than you, but I won't be standing beside you to be judged. I'll stand by myself, and you will too. You will too. And we'll answer. We'll answer for it. So, He's divided up gifts for us today. He's got things for us to do today. And He's enabled us to do it today. And the thing that we need to do is wake up and begin to pray about it, find out what our gifts are if we don't already know, and begin to use them. Begin to use them. Let me tell you that if you've got a gift of the Spirit, it was not given to you so you could be better than anybody else. It was given to you for the uplifting and maturing of the church. Now, it should uplift you too, but that's not the reason you got it. And if you got it, that means that Jesus thought you could handle it. He thought you could use it. He thought you would use it. And He expects you to use it. And sometimes we just need a little nudge, don't we? A reminder. Hey, I need to be doing this. I need to get started. I need to be on my way. I need to make sure that everything is okay, that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I've had a few health problems lately. I even fell back here and I hadn't got over that. So I don't have, if I'm not careful, when I step down over there, I kind of get closer to the wall so I can catch myself. And so it's made me start wondering, is it time to hang it up? Is it time to resign? And no, I won't leave until they get another one. So don't worry about me just walking out today. But anyway, as I was doing this, thinking on about this and praying about it, suddenly things began to happen that there was no explanation for other than the fact that you need to be here, you need to be doing this, and you need to stay here till I tell you. Don't worry about knees and hips and backs and everything else that's not working right. Just go on. Go on. You'll be okay. See, we want all of our pain to go away, don't we? We want our lives to be perfect. but we're not always willing to sacrifice for Jesus what we need to be doing. We want all of his blessings without having to work. Well, we've got the greatest blessing of all if we're born again. We've got eternal life. But the problem is most of us stop with that. That's where we stop. Now that's not bad. I want you to know that that's the starting place for everything. If you don't have a relationship with Jesus, you don't need to worry about getting any gifts, because that's just the way it is. But you need that relationship, and then that's the start. That's not the end, that's the start. And we begin to let the gifts come in. We begin to take those gifts. We begin to use those gifts. We begin to let our light shine. As the song said, I can't remember, start a fire, is that what it was? Start a fire. We need to have a fire started in us. And it needs to grow and grow and blaze up higher and higher so that everybody can see. And I'll tell you something about a fire being in you, what happens. One, some people will see it and they will come to Jesus. Some people will see it and they'll run away. And on the day of their judgment, when they say they didn't know, that will be brought back up. You saw this fire burning in this person and you ignored it. You ran away from it. You didn't try to find out what it was about. You just ran away. So, Vivian, if you'll get us a song ready. Well, this morning, have you been kind of this so-so in your walk with Jesus? Have you let some of the things slide by that you should be doing? We've all got excuses. I tell you what, we got good excuses. We have. Really good. The only thing is, they won't work with Jesus. They'll work with our bosses. They'll work with our family. They'll work with a lot of our friends and things. But they won't work with Jesus if he calls you to do something or if he gives you something and you don't use it. This is what he said to the one with one bag that didn't use it but put it to ground. You wicked, lazy servant. He thought he was doing pretty good. He hit it to the ground. And when he came back, he dug it up and gave it back to him. You wicked, lazy servant. Let us stand as we sing.